Rapper Jay Wick has been arrested and charged with attempted murder, and everyone thought this must be a self-defense situation. Someone probably ran up on him and tried him thinking shit was sweet. Well, new details are stating that apparently Jay Wick allegedly shot his own homie. May 6th, 2026, Bay County sheriffs would take to Instagram, of all places, to announce the arrest of 26-year-old Donald Anderson, aka Jay Wick.
Yo, Panama City, Florida, April 25th, I will be at Vibes. I'm bringing the whole gang with me.
He got some screws loose all in his fucking head. How's he rich?
Well Global, GD Glock, Speedball Show. So I'm bringing the whole crew with me. We're going to put on a show. 229 weekend. All my folk going to be there. Grab your folks. Y'all folk pop out. Let's do it.
Undercover ass nigga.
On April 25th. After opening fire, Anderson fled the scene and continued his night as if nothing happened. That is a true professional. I respect the hustle. Clap somebody at 11, go to work by midnight. That is a man of his word. He was booked and he showed up. But our investigators didn't stop. They tracked him across state lines to the Atlanta area, where working alongside federal and local partners, he was taken into custody. A firearm was recovered at the time of his arrest. Let this be clear, it does not matter who you are, where you're from, or why you're here. If you come to Bay County and commit violent crimes, we will find you. You will be arrested, and you will be held accountable. Now, they didn't really give any details in that Instagram post. They just tried to make Jay Wick sound like John Wick. So let's break down the details you may not know from the information that's publicly available. Jay Wick was scheduled to perform at Club Vibes in Panama City Beach for his birthday weekend, so the Georgia artist traveled his way down to Florida's Panhandle. Now, for those not familiar with Florida, when you think of Florida, you think of like the gold teeth, the wicks. That style is more so coming from areas like Miami, Broward, Palm Beach, Tampa, Orlando, Fort Myers. That's the Florida people think of, right? So Florida's kind of like split in half. The other half is like the country. You know what I mean? Like, even the white guys in Florida, they'll kind of sound hood, you know, more urban, cultured. But once you go past Central Florida, they start talking like this, boy. They start, where are you from, boy? You ain't from around. Like, it gets it's a lot of people joke around saying North Florida is basically South Georgia. Now, you do have Jacksonville, which has its own drill scene that everybody knows about. And then you have Tallahassee, where obviously T-Pain came out of, Boston Richie came out of. But other than that, there really ain't shit up there. Specific area of Panama City that's called the Panhandle. You know what I mean? And the Panhandle is notoriously known for some of the most violent prisons in the state of Florida, and that just isn't a reflection of the inmates, but the staff as well. A lot of those small country-ass towns, the prison is the main income. So when you get to that prison, the warden's wife is the head nurse, and then her son is the captain. His brother is the sergeant, and then the sergeant's best friend from high school is the officer. So if you fuck with one of them, you fuck with all of them. The reason I'm telling you this is because Bay County sheriffs police their county the same way as the prisons. Panama City Beach has been a spring break spot for decades, and while they like their money, they do not tolerate tourists or bullshit. April 25th at 11 p.m., sheriffs responded to reports of gunshots at a house party. Arriving on scene, they find an 18-year-old victim who'd been shot multiple times, laying by himself on a sidewalk. The group he'd been with was down the street at a rental property, and with the police presence, many potential witnesses began fleeing the scene, and some were even hiding in closets within the rental, attempting to avoid officers. The Bay County Sheriff's captain stated the victim and Jay Wick knew each other, were staying at the same place, and they'd even traveled together from Georgia.
Oh.
So this is
Backdoor?
interesting. They came together from Georgia.
Backdoor City, man.
This got to be one of his homies, somebody he's really familiar with. And he ended up clapping the shit out of him, shot him multiple times, allegedly. But it's like, for what? What would have led up to something like that? Because when we all heard the story, that didn't come to mind. We're thinking somebody must have ran up on him and tried playing with him. You know what I'm saying? If he's got jewelry, maybe they tried him for that. But nah, this was his own homie. Even the Bay County Sheriff would react to the news.
It's disturbing that you could shoot somebody and to the point that they were almost dead. They were in critical condition and still not in very good condition, and then go on to perform like that.
Now, after Jay Wick performed at the club, he's said to have went back to Georgia, and a team of 3 investigators were sent after him, interviewing witnesses and collecting surveillance in Georgia. U.S. Marshals, Atlanta PD, and Clayton County PD would work with Bay County in locating Jay Wick, finding him at a mall, and placing him under arrest. And they would note at the time of his arrest, he was armed with a gun. Investigators would also...
This nigga thought this shit was GTA 6, bro.
Also speak with the victim in the hospital, who was apparently fully cooperating against Jay Wick.
Yeah.
Not only would he identify Wick as the one who shot him, he'd say he came with him as part of his security team to provide protection.
What?
Now, when he got shot, he said Wick walked down to the beach with a female, so he followed behind to protect him. And when Wick was walking back, he asked him, "You straight?" To which Wick replied, "Yeah," before opening fire without any argument or physical altercation. The victim also told police he had a gun with him, but he didn't have it on him when he was shot, and officers would find a Glock on the scene as well as spent shell casings. Come to find out, this was Jay Wick's rental, and one of his security would drag the victim to the sidewalk prior to police arriving. To be completely honest, this story doesn't make sense. For him to just walk up randomly and start shooting you, something isn't adding up, right?
I think this was his way to get into the industry. I'm not watching this full video, bro, because I didn't hear about Jay Wick, bro. So I feel like, nigga, there's 2 ways to get in the industry, bro. You either kill somebody close to you, sacrificial ritual, or you gotta embarrass yourself, which is another, like, humiliation ritual. Like, it's 2 rituals type shit. And I feel like, bro, like, same shit with Melly, bro. I feel like Cuz just was trying to kill somebody, be able to rap about this shit in his song so niggas could really feel, real. It's just, this is what the industry is trying to serve, bro. Oh, yeah, he killed somebody, he shot security, he tough as shit, he got off with it, I don't know what the case may have been, but I don't understand backdooring your own security. I don't feel like hearing 1090 Jake talk. Y'all let me know.